Hey guys, SlimKirby here, back for more Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Originally I said there would be 2 videos for today, but I actually lied. There will be 3 videos today and probably 3 videos tomorrow. I misjudged how long it took me to finish this chapter. Should have known, because defense chapters usually are pretty long, since they throw a significantly larger amount of units at you. But oh well, I made the mistake, and I corrected myself, so I guess we'll just go on. And, oh, nope, not yet. I was kind of hoping Nephenee would promote right there, but she hasn't quite promoted yet, so that'll probably happen in the next few minutes. Probably when it's my turn again. We'll see what happens. Let's see, let's go ahead and just equip a Javelin just in case. I guess I'll move Volk down a little bit. And enemy phase. Yeah, Soren got hurt a little bit right there, but oh well. It didn't do that much damage to him. Trying to use some of these kills on these other units with Rolf that are appearing from the side. Just using other units to just block the path, just in case. Let's see. Gatrie should be leveling up pretty soon as well. Oh, he has like 24 experience points left. And he's taking quite a bit of damage from all these mages, but that's all in the big plan, so he won't be taking that much more damage. And there we go. I think Nephenee's going to promote now. 0. Class change. Go, go, Nephenee. I reckon you will do good. Nephenee is now a Halberdier. Do 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 do. Good job, Nephenee. With her new class, she gains a small critical boost, and well, just she gets stronger basically. There aren't that many additions to the Halberdier class, just that like 5% critical raise. It might be 5%. It's either 5 or 15. I don't remember for sure, but it's it does get significantly higher. And she will get a little better now that she is promoted. You might have noticed that she does lack in a few areas. Especially in her weapon level, because we actually got her when she had an E in lances, and at that part of the game you'd expect them to have at least a D in that rank. So like when you first got Nephenee, she couldn't even use any steel lances, which is kind of embarrassing, but she moves over that hump relatively quickly. Like, let's see, I'm trying to think. I think she has a C right now. It's either a C or a B, I don't remember for sure. She should get to S in lances, though. We'll see what happens. She might not. I don't know for sure. Mostly because I haven't gotten that far in the game yet. So let's see. How do I go about moving from here? Well, I'll go ahead and finish this guy with the longbow. Rolf's only at level 19. And I'll go ahead and do some damage to this Myrmidon. Should I get the kill with Volk or not? I'll wait a little bit. And yes, I am putting Mist in range of those mages, but Mist has very high resistance, so those mages won't do that much damage to her. So I'm pretty safe there. Well, I guess I might as well move some of my units forward. I think Gatrie should actually be leveling up now in a second, so hooray for that. Let's see, trying to find the right unit to kill. I'll go ahead and go after this one. Will he promote? Will he promote? Yes, he will. Class change number 2. 2 promotions in 1 video. Wow. Gatrie is now promoting. He is no longer a knight. He is now General Gatrie. With general stats, or with general status, I mean, Gatrie gains even more defense, so he'll pretty much be an impenetrable tank now. There are a few things that can still get him, like resistance and some other things, but he actually gained 3 resistance from that class up. And also, since he is a general now, he can also use a second weapon, and this time he can also use swords in addition to lances. Now, that's kind of weird because the general class has kind of changed throughout Fire Emblem games. In Fire Emblem 7, the first game that came to America, generals could only use lances and axes, and I think that's the same way it was in Fire Emblem 6, the game with Roy that came to Japan right before we started getting the Fire Emblem games. And then in the 8th Fire Emblem game, Sacred Stones, for those who know it by the subtitle, generals could use all 3 weapons, swords, lances, and axes. And then in Path of Radiance, they go to lances and swords. And then, of course, in Radiant Dawn, they could use all 3 again. But they did have specialties, like there were Axe Knights, Lance Knights, and Sword Knights. Just a little brief history on generals throughout the Fire Emblem series. It's kind of interesting, for if you find it interesting anyways. Actually, in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, I find it kind of weird. But in that game, generals can actually use bows for whatever reason. I don't know, when I see a general, I don't expect it to have a bow. I mean, even if it is an element of surprise, still, I don't think a bow would be very effective to a unit in full armor. But oh well. It's not my place to judge, so I'll just go ahead and keep my mouth shut about it. So yeah, all my units are pretty much promoted now. The only exceptions are Rolf, Mist, and Rise. And Ike, of course, and Volk. I'm not going to count Ike and Volk, though, since they have auto promotions. But Rolf, I don't know if Rolf will be able to class up in this part, but he definitely will in Part 4. Not sure when Mist or Rise are going to promote. It really depends on how much I use them in the next few chapters, and how much bonus experience I give them. Now that most of my characters have already reached level 20, I'll spend about the most of my bonus experience on them anyways, just so I can get them up to their next classes. Especially Mist, because Mist gains a very big advantage that you want healers to have. Even though she might not be the best unit, that advantage is very helpful for her. You'll see what it is when the time comes. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Rise gets the use of light magic, so we'll have to look forward to those. And as I said, Volk will auto-promote after a certain part in the game, and Ike will actually promote after this chapter, so he won't be a ranger for very much longer. So yeah, you probably noticed all these reinforcements that appear back here. They're not that difficult by any means. You just gotta take them out and leave some units behind. Usually if you have some second tier units or second class units, whatever, you can kill them off pretty easily without much trouble. I'm trying to use units that I plan to use, and I also use Titania here, just because I didn't want Oscar to get ahead too much. Because I have a very big history of having Oscar in my MVP list at the very end of the game. That's one of the things I like about Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. At the very end of the game, they give you unit records and how many times units have won battles. And then they just show you, like, they give you a top 5 list of your top 5 most units who have killed things the most or whatever. And Oscar is usually on there all the time, so I'm going to try to not get him on that list this time. It'll be kind of hard, though, since I used him quite a bit in a few chapters, but it shouldn't be too hard since I've neglected to use him in these last 3 or 4 chapters. I haven't really used him that much. Seems like just a while ago he promoted on the boat chapter, so wow. Can't believe how far I've come in this game. Also, that does remind me, while I'm on the subject of the Let's Play, after the Part 4 videos tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading a small little announcement awareness video of some stuff I'll be doing to this project in the coming weeks. Don't worry, I'm not going to be like putting it on hold or anything. I'm just going to make a small change. One that'll benefit the project and then possibly my other projects as well. It's a good change, don't worry. If you really like watching these videos, you'll like the change that I'm implementing. If you don't, well, sorry. It's something I have to kind of do for myself in addition to for my projects as well. So if you want to learn more about that, just stay tuned tomorrow after all the Fire Emblem videos for tomorrow have been posted. So, and then I'll formally announce what I'm planning. Okay, wow, that went pretty smoothly. I didn't really run out of things to talk about. And I'm like 10 seconds away from the video cutoff point, so that's good. Anyways, this is SlimKirby. Let's play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. See you next time when we try to finish up this part. So see you guys then.